Hello, hello, hello. Let me check in with the first, I think it's 4 stories of How to Pronounce Knife by Felkumaham Samvagostka, a 2020 story collection that won the Scotia Giller Prize. I think it's won the Scotia Giller Prize. Opening with the title story, How to Pronounce Knife, which is about Lao girl, immigrant to, I guess, probably Canada. It doesn't actually say, maybe it does. It says Canadian Tire at some point, but she's, and she's having, she can't understand this one word in the book, and she asks her father for it, and it's "knife" or something like that is what he says, and goes to school and says that, and they say, and a white girl just rolls her eyes, says, "It's knife, duh," kind of basically. And she argues and screams, and they take her to the office, and they end up giving her kind of a prize, and she takes it home, and her father's very proud because, like, it's like they won it together. He won it. That's the first short story. The very last one I listened to is about Randy Travis, where a mother gets obsessed with various things, gets obsessed with Randy Travis to the point where they take her to a Randy Travis thing, and her father, who's sort of trying to kind of gain his wife's affection, starts dressing like him but can't sing like him. And that obsession pass, and she goes on to slot machines and collapses in the parking lot, having, I guess, something. Oh, there's got some short story thing of having fed all her hope into the slot machine, and she visits him later, like much later in life, and he's living alone in the same apartment. But he's got a karaoke machine, and now he can actually sing Randy Travis, because before he couldn't pronounce the words and stuff like that. But he's been able to do it now. So there's that. There's one Slingshot, which is like a 71-year-old woman who gets in a relationship with a younger guy, and it's very much he's still in love with somebody else. It's got kind of an interesting kind of frisson to it of the 71-year-old woman. It's like, I just want to feel like, sex again. And he's very much like, sex is what actual love is, and stuff like that. But she is with a guy who's like in 41s, and it's like, you ever see, and they're standing, and she can see that this other woman is basically just playing the two guys off of each other. And she goes outside, and this guy, Daniel, kind of comes out and says, like, there's people who like to watch hurricanes, and, like, doesn't matter if they get sucked in by them or something like that. And he smiles and gives them a wink, and he ends up dying, and they go back, and the guy and this other woman get back together again, and she just walks out, and it's like, she's not going to be one of those people who get sucked in by the hurricane. And yeah. What was the other one? Randy Travis. That one. Oh, there's the one at the chicken plant where the woman's working at the chicken plant. Her name is Red, but it's actually Dang, which is red in Lao. And there's this guy there, and all the women are getting nose jobs. They get nose jobs to get into to get out of the plant floor and into kind of the office space, into the office. And yeah. So it's the stories are a little bit, because they're so short, they're a little bit more kind of like set up punchline. Some of them do have that, as I was saying, like feeding your hope into a slot machine, coin by coin. It's just like, to me, it seems like a bit of a groaner, a little bit too much of like, we're doing can lit here. The immigrant experience. I did like the 71-year-old woman sleeping with the younger guy, just because, like, she wants to have something. She wants to, feel something, have want to know what it's like. There's very kind of good directness to it, which I enjoyed. There's a kind of a feel of a bit of a cumulative feel that's starting to happen, which gives me hope with these stories. Because like the first story was so slight that I was like, okay, yep, that's the immigrant experience, and you know, that was okay. But yeah. So that's how to pronounce knife so far. All right, more videos later.